Okay, we got her all assembled up here. As you can see, top's on, pro pans on. We got it all good to go here. Alright. Now the other improvement they made on this, I don't know if I mentioned, is the drip pan for the grease used to be up here in the front of the grill. And people complained about it, you know, not working correctly, spilling all over the place. So what they did is they put the grease trap in the back here, so oil will come back this way, and I got a little catch for it. Just another improvement they made upon it. So if anything can be said for the Blackstone company, it is that they listen to the consumers and they actually take action to make things work. So that's a really cool thing about that company and their products, because there's a lot of complaints in some of the videos I watched on the older ones about the drip pans in the front. Like I said, the igniters for the burners where you didn't have separate ignition sources for them, all that stuff. I mean, they listened to their consumers and they fixed the problems and made the product even better than what it was. So, per manufacturer's suggestion, you get a good shot here. You got to walk a little closer. Again, my wonderful daughter is taking time out of her busy schedule to come out here and film me doing YouTube videos. So anyway, they recommend to scrub the top, because I believe there's actually an anti-rust serum or something on here. So we're going to take this little scouring pad and a little soap and water, some mild soap and water, and we're just going to quickly kind of scrub it down. And nooks and crannies, get all this out. You can see some stuff down here. I don't know if you'll get all of it out, as much as you can. Hopefully that's good enough. That's wiped off. Oh, that's not good. That was a party foul. Now, they recommend to use flax seed oil to season the top. Now, seasoning your top, like I said, is going to take it from this gray steel color and it's going to turn it into a nice black top. And the reason I believe they, if I remember correctly, for the flaxseed oil that they recommend, is that it's an organic oil, and what happens is once that oil heats up on here, it actually has a chemical reaction and turns into a polymer on the top, and that gives you your non-stick surface. So kind of in a similarity with cast iron on how you would season that, but again, that's what you got to do before you cook on it. Otherwise your stuff will stick and your top rusts when it's not here. So it's really about protecting your investment anyways. It says to heat it up for about 15 minutes, which we're going to do here in a couple seconds. Come back out, put a thin layer on, and then I believe it's about 15 minutes. I'm going to double check, but you let that heat for about 15 minutes again, or until the smoke stops, and then you repeat the process and apply a thin layer of the oil all over the grill top again. And you're going to do this 4 to 5 times is what they recommend. So that we'll go ahead and do 5 times, see what happens, and go from there. But let me set this down. And we'll go ahead and light this. Propane's on. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now, if you want to look here, let me see this for a second. We'll come in here. And if you look, you can see your burners going down there. And that should be good for right now. We're going to let this heat up. And we'll come back out and we'll put the flaxseed oil on and start the first process. Alright, so as you can see here, it's been going for about 15 minutes. A little bit longer, I think. You can see, as you can see in probably many of the other YouTube videos on the Blackstone griddles, it's starting to turn a little bit of color here. You can almost kind of see where your hot spots are at, which when you're working with a griddle, you're going to want to know where your hot spots are at, your cool spots, you know, all that good stuff. A lot of them recommend using an infrared thermometer or whatever. You can do that, but if you're the one seasoning it, you can kind of see where your hot spots are at right now. And kind of remember where they're at. Should be easy since I'm making a video. I'll be able to remember. And the camera back over to my daughter. Alright, so like I said, the manufacturer's recommendation is to use flaxseed oil. And you can use pretty much any oil you want. Smoke points, none of that stuff really matters. But I went to the vitamin shop in Willoughby and I picked up Marlene's flax oil, which is our organic. I believe you can get this on Amazon as well, or support your local businesses and go there and buy them. But this is it right here. So we're going to use this and see how this works. Paper towels, good friend. These are the cheap ones, so I'll probably go through about 100 doing this. Probably got to run out. We'll go ahead and get that prepped now. Put this over low. Use the tongs. And the other thing I did notice that Blackstone got rid of is, I believe on some of the older ones, unless it's just the 36-inch model, I'm not sure, but they used to have a shelf down here. A shelf. And yeah, you used to be able to set your stuff down there, but it's not there anymore, so it is what it is. So we're going to go ahead and pop this open here. I get a shot of the griddle as I put it on, as long as we don't hurt ourselves. I think that's ready to rock. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to put a little, I think it recommends 2 tablespoons. You don't want to put it on too thick because it'll gum up and get really, really nasty. We're going to take this here. We're going to get every little spot we can get. Alright, losing some off the drip pan here. Get in here, paper towel. Try to do it this way. Normally I just do this with my hands and burn myself because that's what I'm good at doing it. Yeah, burn yourself at least once every time you're cooking, right? Yeah, see, it already started to get a little too thick in that spot. So we might have to scrape some of that off a little bit later before we get back in here, but they want you to get every part you can get, including the sides, the tops, and down here. So basically, anywhere you can get here where the steel's at. The towel's falling apart. Oh, we're cooking it too, because this bad boy is warm. Here, backs, edges, sides. this out here. Okay. Man, I wish that didn't happen, but it did. Okay. I'm just tearing up a paper towel. Okay. Anywho, we're gonna let this go for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna apply the next coat and continue that. Like I said, the manufacturer recommends 4 to 5 times. I'm sure you could probably do it more. I'm sure you could probably do it a little less. Again, you don't have to use the flax oil, but it is what they recommend. And like I said, you're basically creating a chemical reaction with the heat and the oil, and you're turning it into a polymer to seal and coat the grill. And it's already starting to go pretty crazy fast here now. So we're gonna let this go, and then I'll be putting 4 more coats on. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, so if you look here, you can see maybe it's got a little darker. If I can remember where the camera's at on my phone, will be good. I'm about ready to put on a sixth coat. Sixth coat. Because that's just how I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna go a little extra here. So we're gonna put that on right now. So let me grab this stuff here. I'll try not to go too heavy on here. Grab my greased up paper towel. Kind of gotta go fast. This a little better. Definitely takes a little while, but it's worth it in the long run. You got to do it. It's not too bad. You can see it. It's starting. This is what it should be smoking like so. You can see the smoke coming off of it there. But yeah, we got it. 6 coats on it. Like I said, manufacturers 4 to 5. I figured I'd put a couple more on there just to get a little bit darker. And, you know, with anything that you're seasoning to cook on, the more you use it, the better it's going to become. I'm sure you've probably heard that before, but it's true. The more you cook on it, the more the fats and the oils and everything else gets into the metal, into the pores of the metal, and it seals it and coats it a lot better. Makes it definitely a lot easier to get your stuff off of it, because basically makes it non-stick. I'm gonna actually grab this here, soak up a little bit of this. There we go, a little bit there. Close up on my mouth, I guess. All right, that was for Joe Watt. I did that for Joe Watt. What up, Joe Watt? Yeah, so you lose a little propane sitting out here. I've definitely probably got about, I'd say, over an hour in seasoning. Definitely about over an hour in seasoning. But it's something you got to do. Got to do it. And I wish I had some more stuff to go further from this and start cooking, but I definitely didn't do that. My plan today was to, get this going and then maybe sit down and watch some of the Masters that are going on right now, but I did not get to that, so I'm going to have to watch highlights when I'm done here and this cools down. But yeah, we got like I said, there's a lot of improvements that were done from Blackstone on the newer models of the griddles, at least with a 28-inch. I would assume that they did the same thing with the 36. I know they did the oil catch in the back on the 36 and the 28. I would assume the igniters, they did the same. Like I said, the shelf on the bottom they got rid of, but you know, that is what it is. They may have changed some of the dynamics in the griddle itself, because I'm not feeling a ton of heat over here on this shelf for where you would set stuff at. So I'm assuming that maybe they modified stuff a little bit, because I know people complained about a lot of heat coming off the side. Then again, it could be the breeze blowing through here. It's not really windy, but there is a slight breeze. So that changes stuff up a bit. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to cooking on this thing. I definitely like the improvements that Blackstone has done on it. So we will see. I will test it out. I will put it to its limits, I hope, because that's my plan. And we will get more on that, because that's what Chef Teddy does. He puts stuff to its limits. Limits. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed the instructional video on the 28-inch Blackstone griddle. If you got any questions, feel free to comment. If you want to call me a butt muffin, I mean, you can do that in the comments too. Really don't care. Haters gonna hate, right? If you like what you see, you like the video, you like what I'm doing, or you just think, you know, hey, this guy's all right, go down below, click the link, hit the like button, and feel free to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm hoping to get more videos. I know I'm way behind. I was hoping to have a nice cooking video for y'all, like probably 2 months ago. Life happens, so it didn't happen. But you know, we're gonna keep pressing on. Life's a garden, dig it. And we're gonna keep going with it, see where it goes. Just having a good time, enjoying life. And we'll be continuing to review products. And hopefully soon I'll have some food videos of me cooking, sharing some of my techniques, and maybe some of my recipes. I don't know. I kind of keep some of that secret, so we'll see what we can do with that. But yeah, keep on keeping on. Till I see you on the next one. Peace!